Your morning routine is a system. Your work schedule is a system. Your evening routine is a system. If you have kids, how you handle things around your kids and getting ready for the day is a system. And your family meals are also a system. But somehow, you just do not have a system for your money. And that is one of the most important systems that you can have in your life. Here is something that most people actually never stop to question. We spend our lives earning money, spending money, being worried about money and stressing about money, yet we never build a system for it. And here's what happens when you do not have a money system. Your salary comes in today, and you feel a lot of relief because you feel like, okay, the money is finally here. But then your debit orders start going off. You start paying those expenses, even the bills that you have forgotten about. And next thing you know, it's only a few days into the month and you have run out of money. You don't know where the money went. You actually sit and ask yourself, where did the money go? And that is now the time when you start constantly logging into your banking app to check what is the balance. And you go to the shop, and while you are there shopping, you are doing mental math. Okay, I hope the things I have taken will fit into the amount of money that I have in my account. And you even arrive to the till and you are there praying that I really hope that the money that I have in my account will be enough for this transaction to go through. And in that panicking that you are doing, you actually tell yourself, next month things are going to be better. Next month I'll manage my money better. But then the next month comes and it's the same routine, same stress, same thing of money disappearing, and you being constantly worried about money because you do not have a money system. And when you do not have a money system, you spend a lot of time reacting instead of you spending time planning. You don't plan your things and you are really reactive when it comes to your money. And you are also spending too much time trying to fix emergencies or attend to emergencies that you could have prevented if you have managed to plan, which is part of your money system. So your money system actually gives you that ability to plan in advance and not for you to just react. With that said, what is the cost of not having a money system? Not having a money system brings you stress. It brings you a lot of anxiety. It brings you financial uncertainty. All the time you are just worried about money. You are constantly worried about what will happen tomorrow. You are constantly planning using the money that is coming for the next month, which you do not even have. So not having a system really affects you greatly. And every month that you do not have a money system is another month where you are not building stability. It's another month where you are not investing. It's another month where you are not moving forward financially. And the biggest cost of them is opportunity cost. Each month you do not have a money system, you are losing out on compound growth. And you can only have access to compound growth if your money is invested. After you have earned, how much of those earnings have you kept? And how much of the earnings that you kept were you able to invest so that you can multiply it and grow it? That is really something that one needs to look into, because you can only build wealth if you are able to take advantage of compound interest. And you can only do that if you are investing. Not just saving, not keeping your money under a mattress, putting your money into assets that have potential to grow and make you more money. So that opportunity cost, it's really a big one for a lot of people, and they only wake up years later when a lot of time is gone. Is when you wake up and say, oh my goodness, I should have started 20 years ago. I should have started 10 years ago. I should have done this. I should have done that. So the sooner you are able to actually have a money system in place, the sooner you are going to be able to tackle issues like your investing, so that you are really truly able to build wealth. Otherwise, in the absence of having a money system, you can kiss building wealth goodbye, because it won't happen. If you are not investing, if you do not have systems that allow you to buy assets to grow your money, then you are not going to build wealth. Here is what a money system is. Like I said earlier, you need structure. You need a system, and your money system is that structure that actually tells each and every dollar or every rand of your money what to do and where to go. So you are literally giving your money a job. what is my money supposed to do? And having that in place actually brings intention to your finances instead of just randomness. Things are no longer going to be happening randomly, but they are going to happen planned and with intention. And that also removes the constant financial decisions that you have to make when you don't have a plan. Because when you don't have a plan, things are just happening and you are just reacting. But when you have that structure and that system in place, you are in a position now to say, okay, I am planning for this. This is where my money is supposed to go. And then you are able now to check, has my money gone there? And that is what a system does for you. And every good money system has three components. The first one is income allocation. This is where you are building stability. What is your income? What are your expenses? What are you spending money on? And also look at, do you have an emergency fund? Do you have safety? Are you able to have something to fall back on if you have an emergency? So that is the stability where you are saying, this is my income and this is how I am allocating this income. And that allocation should include guilt-free spending, because you don't want to put money into savings or put money into investments just for you to go after 3 days and remove that money from the account. It doesn't help. So when you are allocating, allocate including guilt-free spending so that you do not constantly have to go back and take money that you have put aside for important things. And the second layer of your money system is actually flow. And with flow, we are talking about tracking your expenses. What are the things that you have in your budget that you are allocating money to? And every month you are supposed to check, how are those expenses flowing within my budget? This is now where automation comes in. Have you automated your income and have you automated your expenses? Which ones are automated? Which ones are not automated? Because there are certain things that you might not be able to automate, which is okay. But majority of your things that you are able to automate, you should just make sure that they are automated. And when it comes to this layer, this is also the layer where you are supposed to check, what are the patterns within my spending? What am I spending when I'm tracking? What am I spending telling me that I need to do? Maybe you need to make adjustments. So this is also where you adjust. You automate, you look at patterns, and you do adjustment as necessary. If, for instance, you were paying for a certain debt of a credit card and you manage to pay it off, what happens now to this amount of money that used to go to that credit card? Where are you redirecting these funds so that these funds can still make a contribution to your financial future? Is it going towards your emergency fund if it's not already fully funded? Or is it going to investments? Or are you going to do a course where you are upskilling yourself so that you stand a better chance of getting a better paying job or getting a raise at work? What exactly are you going to do in terms of adjusting from what the money used to do to where you are now redirecting it? Because we need to keep adjusting as our lives are happening. You can't have the same plan from January to December. If things are changing in between, you are supposed to also adjust your system so that it can speak to your new needs and you are able to actually position yourself that you can actually build wealth. And the third layer is the layer for growth. So after you have allocated your income, you have tracked your expenditure, you now want to make sure that long term you are taken care of. If you have money that is going to short-term savings for a car, maybe you want to buy a car and you want the deposit, then this is where you automate it and allocate it. So all your short and medium term goals are covered, as well as your long term wealth building. You want to make sure that here you are covered so that, like I said earlier, you don't miss out on compound growth. You put your money into investments where you have really a good opportunity for your money to grow, and with time you are able to benefit from the power of compound interest. And that is how real wealth is built. And now that you know the key components of your money system, here is how you can start today building your money system. The first step that you need to take is to understand your numbers. Really have a better understanding of how much are you earning exactly, especially if you have irregular income or you are somebody who gets paid every 2 weeks or way too frequently. You want to really have a clear picture every single month, how much is is my actual income and what are my expenses. Become very clear on your expenses too, because those numbers are going to inform your money system. And after you have that understanding of your key numbers, really look at giving each rand or each dollar of your money a job. What is your money going to do? How are you going to allocate the money that you have to the different things where you want your money? And here you can use percentages that really make sense to your life. Don't just hear people talking about 50, 30, 20 rule or 10 whatever, and then you just start implementing without really looking at what is my current financial situation, what are my money goals, what do I want my money to do, because that will inform exactly how do you allocate. Are you allocating a 40% towards your needs and then allocating a 20% towards your investments, and the other 20% is what goes to your wants and your self-development? Those are questions that you have to ask yourself. How do I allocate? Should be based on your needs. It should be based on your money goals. Don't just go copy from another person. You will not understand why they are allocating that way. So you should do your own allocation based on your own needs and based on your own goals. And after you have given your money a job, then you can now automate the things that you chose and the allocations that you chose. Automate that money. If you say 10% goes to my emergency fund, every single month when you get paid, that 10% money must go out of your transactional account into that account where it needs to go. So automation is very important because it removes that human factor. You don't have to say I forgot. You don't have to say this month I think I have other things that I want the money to do, so it won't go. When you have automated, it protects you and it protects your financial future, and that is what you want, so that you do not have stress, you do not have to think. Things are just happening in the background. Whatever is happening in your life, your system is just running smoothly. And after you have done those three things, then you really want to review on a regular basis. Every single month, sit with yourself. The jobs that I have allocated to my money, have those jobs been done? Did the money go where I say it should go? Has the money done what I say it should do? Have I automated enough? Is there still place for me to automate? Is there still room for me to improve? What are the things that have changed through the month? Do I need to readjust my allocation? Do I need to readjust certain things? Really review. Every single month, every 3 months, you review for the quarter. And at the end of the year, you also now look at your entire year. How have I done? If for the entire year, your whole income combined was a 1.5 million, where have that 1.5 million gone to? What portion of that 1.5 million has gone to you chilling with your friends? How much of it has gone to you studying or improving yourself? How much of it was invested? How much of it was saved? Really break it down. So reviewing really helps us to see, are my priorities still clear, and has my money really gone to those priorities, or do I need to make changes? Am I still happy with my allocation? Am I still happy with my expenditure? Am I still happy with my entire system altogether? And if not, you can make adjustments. And that is how we actually build our wealth, because we learn as we are going, we adjust as we are going. And if this feels close to home, I want you to understand, you are not alone. A lot of people are struggling because they do not have a money system. They do not even know they are supposed to have a money system. Why? Because most of us have not been taught about money. We did not learn about money at school. A good majority of us did not learn about money at home. So we are learning now as adults. So we don't know some of these things. A lot of people do not know they are supposed to have a system, and they are supposed to make that system automatic so that it runs and do things on their behalf, and they don't have to think or remember to do anything. That system just runs very, very well, and it looks after their current self and their future self. And the second thing is that you are not bad with money. You are really just somebody who is trying to manage something complex to them without having a structure in place on how to manage that thing. So it's not that you are reckless or you are bad with money or you are somebody who is really wasteful. It just means that you need better structure for you to manage. Then you are going to be in a better financial position. And once you have a money system in place, all that anxiety, stress, worry, all those things are going to go away once you have a money system. And creating a money system is exactly what I do with my coaching clients. I help them create their own money systems that speak to their real lives and that also speaks to their obligations and their long-term goals. And if that is something you need guidance with, you can reach out to me. And if this video resonated with you, maybe it has triggered you to now really look into developing your own money system, please share it with a friend, share it with family members, even share it with your colleagues, because they too need to have a money system. If they don't already have one, this is the perfect opportunity to start 2026 with a money system in place. Until next time, my name is Les, and here is to achieving financial freedom together.